Damn, dude.
What up, everybody? Welcome to episode 64 of the Damn Dude podcast.
Damn, dude.
Welcome. We had to enter the show with some lowrider noises, in honor of episode 64 with the 6-4 hopping. So, what's good, everybody? I'm your host, California Cal, and we're here to have the conversations that need to be had in a way that'll make you think and say,
damn, dude.
So let's get right into this shit. We're here to really help bring different perspective and an opportunity to view and experience and feel life just a little bit differently. If not, leave a long-lasting impact on your life. So that's what the show's about. That's what we do. For those of you that don't know me and are unfamiliar with me, I am California Cal. I teach babies how to swim and save their lives in the water. I teach as young as 6 months old. I show babies how to save their lives in the water. I show them life-saving skills, and I help adults overcome lifelong fears associated with the water. I was going to be a firefighter, broke my skull, neck, and back. My best friends got murdered. Had a whole, my relationship fell apart. I got dropped out of school, got fired from my job. This whole thing got pointed towards teaching babies how to save their lives, and that's what I've been doing for the past 11 years. So that's my specialty. Is I'm here to I like to help. I realize I don't like to help on a surface level type of way, but I like to help in like a life type of way. Like if I can show you how to save your life or show you how to be happy or participate in that with you, that's dope as fuck to me. So today's episode, what we're going to be getting into is we're going to be talking about the trip to Alaska that we took. My son and I went to Alaska. That shit was off the charts. We're going to get into that Jake Paul and Tyron Woodley fight. We're going to be talking about Terry Kennedy and what the fuck is going on with his Instagram page because, bruh, what the fuck, dude? I've never seen so much fuckery on an Instagram page. And then we're going to be talking about like bad accents. And you ever gotten stuck on an accent and you're so exaggerating and butchering it, and then you end up meeting the people who actually talk like that? Well, that just fucking happened to me, and it was pretty fucking amazing. So let's fucking jump right into this episode. So this Jake Paul and Tyron Woodley fight. Now, I didn't watch it real time. I was on an airplane and I was flying home, I think, while it was happening. So, no, that's not true. I was already home and I was knocked the fuck out. So, so I watched it after the fact, and that was an interesting fight, man. Like seeing some of the other fights before, I was kind of like, okay, maybe that was set up, maybe this and that. But I think this fight was pretty legit. And the reason I say that is because when I was watching it, like a big thing that I'm paying attention to while it's happening, that's fascinating to me about fighting in sports and, I guess especially professional fighting, is to see the mentality of the fighter. Because it's like, you see the confidence like turn up and go away and turn up and go away. And that was like super duper the case in this Paul versus Woodley fight. Because it was like, you can tell that you could see the confidence rise and lower on both of them as the fight was going. And that's the piece you can't fake. And I think when we don't get that out of a fight, that rise and fall, that up and down and up and down, it seems rigged because it's like, oh, well, it's like that emotion is gone. So it's not as entertaining, you know what I mean? For me, when it's like that. So to see them both having their energy go up and down and their confidence go in and out, that shit was a trip, dude. It was a hell of a trip because you can see where Jake started off dominating the fight in the first, 3 rounds? In the fourth was when Woodley came hitting, like, he fucking, he snapped out of his thing. He, not snapped out of his thing, but got into his groove and started really fucking laying punches out there and landing them. And he was with the head movement. He was fast. He was fast as fuck. So you see that going on, and then you see fucking them in the corners with their people, and I really like how Jake Paul's trainer talks to him. He's just so casual, like, all right, we're good, man, you got this, stay calm. So here's what we got to do: keep your hands up, blah blah blah. And it was dope. I really like that. As where a lot of trainers, they come, I guess I like that because I feel like that would work for me. The like, come on, you gotta win, like that doesn't motivate me, and I don't feel like, hey, rah, rah. Like I don't get that when people come like at this like this whole rah rah thing. I'm that doesn't fire me up like that. Like I'm more like serious and quiet about what I'm doing. So I don't know, the like, punching your head and screaming, that doesn't fire me up. So I thought that was cool the way his corner guys were talking to him. So like I said, I don't think the fight was rigged. If Tyron Woodley actually gets the tattoo, like this is serious. I don't know if he's gonna. He doesn't seem like the type to like. I don't know, man. He took the bet though. So if they do a rematch, because basically, so how it ended is, spoiler alert, is Jake Paul won by decision. And going back and looking at it and counting, oh wow, I just realized it. And now I can see why people might say it's rigged, is because maybe they told Tyron to hold off and not throw punches, so it would be set up for a knockout, or it was like he needs a knockout or he's going to lose scenario. So then that gives them the full ability to full out and fight. And that could essentially, I see, be how, rigged or set up or whatever. But I don't know. I think the majority of sports is kind of, I don't know if predetermined, but definitely pushed in a certain direction for sure. And, relatively rigged, I guess. So, I'm never going to take it too seriously. At the same time, it's fun, it's entertaining. And to see I like when you can see like a fighter's intelligence in the ring, like they're fighting and they're calculating, and it's like they have smarts about it. I never really thought about that when I was younger, but fight intelligence is such a like dope and cool thing, because it's almost like how much the fighter understands what they're doing. And that's tight. Like when you can see people who they're doing something and they know exactly how and why, and even like what the next seemingly unpredictable next move is. Like they know it already. And that only comes from mastery. So, if you become a master fighter, it's really like you're able to do that. You could pick apart what's going on, And it was interesting because a lot of the refs were talking about like, dude, like once they go into like round 3, 4, 5, that's when we're really going to see if Jake Paul's a real fighter or not. And that's what, the announcers were saying, and people on the talk or chat or whatever are saying. And I was like, oh wow, that's a good point. So I started looking at it, I'm like, damn, like you can see his confidence starts dwindling as he's getting tired and he's getting beat. And what was that like? Sorry, guys, I actually accidentally touched the wire and it disconnected me for a second. What I was gonna say is, yeah, like I see that he does have that warrior spirit in him. He's got that fight. He had the the ability to not get into his brain as that happened. And I'm like sitting there going, oh shit. So you can only imagine as the fighter how you feel, Whoa, the heck? You're doing construction outside. So I thought that was pretty cool. It was an entertaining fight. It was, now I don't know if Jake Paul currently, I think he's got a lot more work to do to be one of the best boxers in, like real boxing. So it's interesting because people are like, oh, he's not fighting a real fighter. At the same time, it's like, I don't know or think he cares at this point, because I think he has to build his reputation big enough to even get the accolades for people to even consider it, right? Now, at the same time, he's doing his shit independently. I think Jake Paul's a fucking genius, dude. I see if you just follow his antics and you just are kind of swayed and you just go off of that, then it's like, oh, fuck this guy. But it's like, if you look at what he's doing, he's playing a way bigger game than just the shit we take from his antics. Like he's playing a way bigger game. And if you look at just who he is and what he does and everything, really just from a business standpoint, it's pretty fucking clear this dude is really fucking smart with what he's doing. If you look at the marketing and you like really the biggest thing is the marketing. Like the marketing is going to be the biggest, most important thing, is what I've learned and I'm learning, I should say, and what I hear from more successful people. It's the marketing behind it. So if you look at him and what he's doing and what he's done just from the standpoint of marketing, brilliant. If he got you to talk about him in any way, he did his job. If he got you to know who he is, I didn't know who he was a couple months ago. I had no idea. Now I'm like, oh shit, like, damn, this is tight, you know? Um, I think he's cool. I don't know a whole lot. Like, I know people talk shit about him and his brother because they did this or that, or I don't know who did what, but like, at the same time, if this person's not still doing the dumb shit that they were doing or did, then clearly that's a sign and indication of growth. Because if you did something and you stopped doing it, that's growth. That means you learned, right? So whatever they've done in the past, whatever. I've done dumb shit, and had I been given the opportunity and had more money and whatever, I would have done probably twice the dumb shit these guys were doing. So for that, I don't ever hold people's pasts against them. It's more so what you're doing, what they're doing currently in real time that shows that. Like, are you telling the truth in real time? Are you doing this in real time? Like, what is it, right? Um, so that motherfucker's a brilliant genius marketer. Like, insane, dude. Like, independent money, independent fights, the highest paid fights and views and all. Like, he broke a lot of numbers, dude, and he's doing things that nobody else even can do. I can't do that. Like, can you do that? No. Because if you could, you would. Um, and this ties back to our last episode. Is like, well, this is why we got to find something that we love. Like, find an outlet and just do that, right? Because why not, Um, so that's why I like doing this podcast. It gives me an outlet. And, again, I was the guy who people judged as mute or too stupid or all these types of things. So to see Jake Paul do what the fuck he's done is so inspiring to me. He's in his early 20s, dude, and it's like if you're in your early 20s and you can have grown-ass adults talking about you, like, come on now, that's pretty self-explanatory, right? Like, if you know what I'm saying, like that's some powerful shit. That's power moves. Um, like I said, with all the antics and everything, who knows, But at the same time, it's working. And if something's working, it's fucking working, It's like if you're not hurting other people, you're just, you're talking shit, this and that. Like, it is what it is, man. So I say, Jake Paul, do your fucking thing, man. You're a fucking G. You're a boss, and definitely an inspiration in ways for sure. Um, People are gonna talk this shit. That's cool. Uh, do your fucking thing, man. Do your thing. Always do your thing, and that's. I just want to see people win, man. So to see also Tyron Woodley, like how he fucking came, and you got to keep in mind he's a mixed martial artist, not a boxer. It's definitely a different world and a different fighting style. And it's like fuck, like he's dude's bad, man. Like he's definitely bad. Like don't you can't fuck with him. So to see them have another fight, have them have the same attitude, and Tyrone Woodley keeps it real as fuck. He's like, man, I don't want to be here. I don't want to do this shit. Like, can we just hurry up? Like, you know, um, yeah, man. So that shit was a trip. So moving from genius marketing to some crazy fucking weird shit, talking about Terry Kennedy, dude. Like, so for those of you who don't know, TK, Terry Kennedy, Compton Ass Terry is a pro skater. And, coming up in was that late 90s? I don't know. The first time I ever heard about TK was in 20, in like the early 2000s. I think that was when I first heard of Terry Kennedy. It was around like Napster time. So whenever that was, like late 90s, early thousands, I think. Um, but I remember the best video, the video where I became a fan, where he's just like, this was right when like disasters were like a new trick. Like I never even heard the word disaster until I saw Compton Ass Terry. That's what I knew him as, not met him. That's what I knew him as, was Compton Ass Terry, and he's on this skate park or some place, and he's just like doing all these crazy tricks, and he's talking all this shit to the camera in a way that like we had never seen at that point. He's like, "Yeah, motherfucker, this is how you do a backside disaster like that." He's like, "Easy," like. I don't know, it was so fucking sick, dude. Like, it was monumental. There wasn't like anybody who saw that video and wasn't a fan after that. Like, I would love to pull that up and find that. It's such a fucking legendary clip. Um, but supposedly he's locked up for murder, and we're all still waiting to see how that goes. But like I said, this fool who took over his page, I said this in the last one, dude's on some major weirdo shit. So basically, what he's done is took over Terry Kenny's page. I don't even want to say his name, dude. Like, this guy's I don't know him. I don't know these people, but from what I've observed and what I've seen on there, this dude's on some piece of shit type of stuff, man. Like, it's mind blowing, dude. Like, he literally just stealing his page and like using it hostage, and he keeps creating all these new accounts like follow me, and they keep getting fucking taken down and blocked, and it's a nightmare, dude. It's crazy. Like, I've never seen such, like, I don't even know what you call it. It's not even clout chasing. It's like it's like scammy. I don't even know what to call it. Like, if you go look at Terry Kenny's page, if you're a fan of him and you go look at his Instagram, like, you'll see, like, if you look at it real quickly, it doesn't look like there's anything weird or whatever. But the moment you like click in and you read it and you watch some of it, you're like, what the like, what is going on? Who is this? I have no idea who the guy is. It's fucking weird and sketchy as fuck. um, yeah, I don't even know how to explain it, dude. It's really fucking weird. It's like, so imagine, like, this is what it's like. I'm trying to put this to my own, like, to my own life, right? So, like, okay, so imagine I'm the host of the Damn Dude podcast, right? And you guys know that I'm the host of the show, and you know that this is like, if you go to my Instagram, you'll see posts of stuff that's like mine, right? Like shit that I'm creating or doing or whatever. If it's an interview or if it's somebody else, it's like, it's my interview or whatever, right? Now, if all of a sudden all my posts went away and then all of a sudden my show, it was like you just hear like, "Hey, what up? Hey, this your boy fucking Schmo Sislak, and this is the Schmo Sislak show. So, what's up, everybody? Like, fuck y'all. If y'all don't like the show, fuck you. Make sure you go follow me at my new show called the Mo Sislak, called the called the Schmo Sislak show. And yeah, so fuck y'all. Go follow me and look at all this money. Fuck y'all. Go follow me. If y'all bitch ass motherfuckers don't stop reporting that I took this podcast over and I took this page over, fuck you. Go follow me. And if y'all don't follow me enough, then fuck you guys. So make sure you go follow me. So fuck you. Like, that's what the. It is so. And like, imagine Schmo Sislak is on my show, the Damn Dude Podcast, and it's like he's got all the buttons. Yeah, what up? This was his show, and if you guys don't follow my new page, then I'm gonna take this one over. So fuck y'all. Follow my new shit. Quit reporting me. Fuck y'all. Follow my new shit. Like that. Like, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, who's gonna actually be a fan of you? Like, what are you doing? And then the whole time, yeah, follow me for the truth about what happened in California Cow. Like, that's what this guy's doing. Yeah, follow me for the truth if you want to know about Terry Kennedy. Like, what the fuck, dude? It's really, really weird. Like, I would love some other famous person who's affiliated in that circle or whatever to speak up on it or to elaborate, or somebody who knows what's going on, because it's really weird, like hella weird. Um, yeah, dude. So I don't understand being on some weirdo shit, but at the same time I do, because I've met enough people in my life to, to know that there's people like that. So, which kind of leads me to my next thing, which is which is the people of Alaska. So I just got back from Alaska with my son yesterday, and it's a fucking trip, dude. Like we were up in Fairbanks, Alaska, and what tripped me out the most was the people. Um, so in Fairbanks, it's like it feels like the Midwest. It's very like Midwest feeling, like all the roads and the way that the shops are set up and like the types of stores and like kind of the way people look and dress and the cars they drive. It's very like a Midwest town that snows, right? Like the whole time I kept being reminded of Wisconsin or even like Minnesota um, or even like the country in New York. I don't know. That's not really the Midwest, but like, yeah, well, that type of look, I guess. Um, but it's got that like slowed down, like old school sort of vibe, and it's a trip, dude. Like, the people were like cool. The people, but I don't know how to say. I'm trying to like say this the right way, like how it actually, because people aren't rude, but they're not like outwardly friendly. It's not that they're not nice. It's like I don't know. I get maybe it's like a culture thing or something. So okay, let me just explain, and then maybe you can tell me, or the answer will present itself. So majority of the people, like in the high 90% of people that I encountered, when we'd go to the store or something, I would go up and be like, I would be like, hey, how's it going? And they would stand there and just look at me and be like, can I take your order? And I'm like, oh, yeah, I'll have a whatever. So it was weird, dude. It was that. Like every time I would go it was weird because even my son was looking. It was like, dude, like how come? I was like, bro, like nobody says hi back, like. And then so we kind of went and we started paying attention. We were noticing that like only in like I don't know what this is, but in Fairbanks, Alaska, the majority of the people that I encountered in all the scenarios where I would meet somebody or go up and say something to somebody, only one person in the introduction of meeting each other is allowed to say hi. Like only one hi is allowed to be said. So if one person says hi, the other person doesn't. And it doesn't matter who says it first, like you don't respond with, "Oh, hey, like how you doing?" I ask people that and they would just go, "So, what would you like?" They'd be like, "Hi." And I'd be like, "Oh no." It would more normally be me saying hi. I'd be like, "Hi." And they'd be like, "Can I take your order?" Or I would walk up to the register or whatever and like, "Did you find everything all right?" Or, whatever customer service words. I would walk up and there would be customer service words. Like, oh, fuck, I don't know how to explain it. It was just like, I would walk up, "Hey, how's it going?" It'll be 12.75. And it's like not all, but like a 90 something percent of my interactions with people went like, "Hey, how's it going?" That'll be $12. "Hey, how's it going? Can I take your order?" It was a trip, dude. So it's like I don't know. Is that rude? That's not rude? I don't know what to call it. It was just like a different way of talking, I guess. I don't know. It tripped me out, dude. So we're gonna kind of dissect this and get into some funny stuff about this. So we're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna be right back as we bike and commercial free. So you know what I mean. We just take a little break, kind of reset things, take a sip of water, which I didn't even do. And yeah, man. So going into this Alaska thing, dude. So for one, Alaska is absolutely beautiful. Um, it's It's beautiful, dude. I love the fact that you can just drive like a couple minutes and be really in the middle of nowhere. Like, man, I don't know, it's a trip, dude. Like my son was telling me all these Alaska facts. Like I said, it's his dream to go there. So we went there for his 16th birthday. We toured the college. We fucking did all sorts of shit, man. So it's really cool because the air is amazing. So granted, I guess this is important to document too. We went in at the end of August. So there was no snow. But pancake syrup and butter. Yeah, there was no snow, but it was like there was some rain here and there, but for the most part it was like clear skies and relatively sunny, which was a trip. And what was really weird was like it didn't get dark till like 9:30 to, no, not even 9:30, like 10 or 11 o'clock at night. So it's kind of it's such a weird double-edged sword. Like I couldn't like Alaska's just so trippy to me. Like I couldn't wrap my mind around like the way things are or go out there. Like the people and the response thing. Now, like I said, nobody was outwardly rude or mean. It's just only like three people out of I don't know 100 or something like said, "Oh, hey, I'm good. How are you doing?" Like that was it. You know what I'm saying? I keep wanting to say all great majority of people would not respond with anything more. It was just so like, what do you want? It's like, what do you want? Go. What do you want? Go. What do you want? Go. Now, if you're listening in New York, you're like, why is this guy even talking about what the fuck? Like, or LA, I guess. But like, the people were. It's weird because it's like everything's slow out there, but they're so like fast. So now, what my conclusion? They're like fast to get you out of there. It's like so. This is one thing I noticed upon traveling to places that snow and versus growing up and living in Southern California, which is in Southern California, the weather is nice enough to take your time and to just kind of chill and fucking like we're slow in a different way. We're slow to like leave to places and we're slow to like well maybe that's just the Asian part of me, but not just just like in San Diego it's like the weather's good enough to take our time. We don't have to rush in and out of the rain. We don't have to rush in and out of the air conditioner. We don't have to rush in and out of the heater. Like we don't have to rush in and out of the snow or the weather or any of this crazy shit. Like the weather's it rained like yesterday and there was some thunder and lightning and out of like all my friends from San Diego pretty much uh like the whole Facebook feed or Instagram feed was just people posting, "Oh shit, look at rain like and wind. What? Oh, there was a lightning." Like, dude, out here we're crazy cuz we go crazy because it doesn't happen. We're like, "What's going on?" If you're from the Midwest or East Coast or somewhere where the weather's extreme and you saw like how we post out here when the lightest rainstorm happens or wind or something, we go crazy, dude. It's like a whole fucking event. Like the whole like like you see it from every part of town via your friends on Instagram or whatever. Like it's so funny. Like we're like, "Oh my gosh, whoa! I've never seen anything like this." And if you're from the Midwest or East Coast, you're like, like, bro, like this happens every like like a couple times a day. Like, what are you talking about? So we're on it. So we have that luxury of taking our time places. And I realize I'm very, very Southern Californian in my ways of like interacting with people and things and looking at things. Like the way I move is very, very on like Southern Californian time. I'm just like I'm gonna stand there and kind of bullshit around and I'm not in a rush, Um, and it's kind of like that Hawaii vibe, just a little bit quicker, like, um, that's kind of the vibe I'm on. I'm on like a slightly faster Hawaii time, like barely faster, barely. Because keep in mind, I'm usually like, I don't know, man. I'm Asian. I'm from Southern California. I lived in Hawaii, and I smoke weed, and I got kids. So, and I got a lot of business that happens on my phone. So I'm like pretty damn slow to get to places. Right? You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, like you meet people who do one of those things or have one of those factors and they're already late all the time. So now add all this together and I'm like, bro, like we'll be lucky if we see each other. um nah, so like I said, so the people of Alaska trip me out to town because it's very Midwest feeling, but it's got this like East Coast like hurry sort of thing about it. So it tripped me out because I'm just like, hey, what's up? How you doing? Like, hey, how's your day? Like, I always ask cashiers or workers that like, hey, what's up? How you doing today? Oh, I'm good. Blah blah blah. How about you? Oh, good. You know, that's cool. Blah blah blah. Dang, like you almost off today? Blah blah blah. Like that. I'm that guy at the store. So like, I'm not extra talky. You know, it's like I keep mindfulness of the line. I'm not extra, and I read people if they don't want to be asked. Then I lay off whatever. Hey, what's up? Oh, good. You know. But in general, I do my best to check with people and, like authentically see how they're doing. Um, so that was like the first thing I noticed about Alaska is like, was the people interact with each other differently. Um, Now it was crazy even getting to Alaska. We showed up and we had like 2 hours until we're supposed to take off. So what happened is we're sitting there just or sorry, no, about an hour and a half. So me and my son are sitting there waiting for a flight to Seattle, then from Seattle to Fairbanks. And as we're sitting there, we just kind of in the background hear like, yeah, if you're on flight, blah blah blah, then check in with us immediately because something something. And we're like, the fuck? So my son hears it and he runs up and he's like, he goes and checks and he runs back. He's like, yo, we gotta go now. And I was like, what are you talking about? I was like, where? Like all the way on the other side of the airport. And we're like, fuck. So we get on. So we're fucking like literally running, like just get your shit everywhere. Now, granted, we're a little bit ghetto, so we so we definitely take advantage of our like two carry-on thing, your personal item in your carry-on bag. So we maximize that. And with respect to everyone else too. But I'm just saying we definitely maximize that. So oh shit, and we're expecting to be chilling for another like hour and a half. So it's like we got like phone chargers pulled out and all this shit and like and like jackets off. We're going somewhere cold, and then it's like we're gonna need a jacket and whatever. So we're like, oh shit, we're just grabbing everything, looking like what's that movie? Like the cover of Taken or what was that? What that movie's called? Or Bird Box or I forget. The one with the lady Sandra Bullock, I think, has like blindfold over her eyes, and she's like carrying all these kids around or something. I don't know. Anyway, so we're running. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, no way. So keep in mind, like my son is a lot more like responsible than me when it comes to like like adult things like checking in and boarding passes and details and we need to be there by this time and like he's like way more responsible than me. So he's like, yo, like, I'll pull up the boarding passes, I'll download this, I'll go to this. So I was just like, pfft. So literally, it's like we're walking around and he's talking to all the TSI guys, like, oh, here, scan my phone, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, he just liked my text I sent him. Awesome. That's funny. That's him right now. That's dope. He just texted me. This is his first day at school, so I hope you're having an amazing first day at school, Shanipi. My boy is going to be a junior, man, or he's just started his first day at being a junior in high school, dude. That's crazy. That's crazy as fuck. So shout out to you, Snippy. I hope you have an amazing time at school today. So we're running around. He's just like scanning shit, this and that. I'm like, all right, bro. I let him do his thing, And so we're like, what? I'm like, bro, what's going on, And he's explaining to me. He's like, dude, for whatever reason, they canceled our flight, so There's one connecting flight going to Seattle. Then from Seattle, we have to hop on the other plane to then we got to hop on the other plane to that we were supposed to originally be on, and then take us to Alaska. So I'm like, holy fuck! All right, so we're running, and as we're running, I'm just going through my phone, like, how come these fools didn't like, I didn't like. So I'm checking like my own, I'm checking my emails and shit, and I'm like, because I don't get an email. I'm sorry, I don't get a notification for my email, so I have to like check it if I want to see my email. So I check it, and I'm like, holy shit. So they literally sent me a thing that says your flight's canceled. And I'm like, what the fuck? And Nate's like, bro, like we literally have like they called last call 3 minutes ago. Like, oh my God. So we're running, like we're just like running. And we make it at the last moment, the very last moment. We get on the plane and they're like, oh, well, we kind of had a mix up, so you guys get to sit in the front of the plane. We're like, what? And Nate looks at me all like, bing, and see his eyes like, dude. I was like, hold on, like, don't get too excited yet, like that could mean a number of things. Let's just wait. So we go, and they're putting us on the plane. They're like, all right, your seat, whatever. And it's like 7 or 8 or 11 or so. It's like definitely up front. So we go, and it's not exactly first class, but it's business class on this. Is it business class? No, luxury class. Comfort class, comfort plus is what it was called on this plane. I think it was yeah. So we got upgraded, hella legroom, hella plush chairs, the whole thing, TVs, and dude, it was amazing. So they canceled our shit for us to rush on, get upgraded, get there early. So we think we're getting to Alaska early, right? We're like, fuck yeah. So we get to Seattle. They had some medical emergency on the previous plane. So it's so weird. So basically, they had a flight that was leaving from Seattle. Medical emergency happened. They landed back down at Seattle in the same airport. So you had all these people who were trying to get to where they were going to go to, but now you have all the new people trying to get. Oh, okay. So now you have all the new people trying to get there who are going to use that same terminal also. So now they have a double booked and packed plane because all these people from the medical emergency flight, then all the people who were redirected from that original Alaska flight, or from San Diego to Seattle to Alaska, you got those people. Then you have the people who actually made whatever flights that went from San Diego to Seattle in the first place. So you've got this just massive fuckery of who gets to go on the plane and not. So they're literally calling every single name one by one by one by one. And then eventually something in the system happened to where it like overturned or something worked. And then they started to go, okay. So they start calling the plane by what is that called? By section, section A, B, C, D, E, F, whatever. So we're like, dude, like, holy shit. We're like, are we gonna make the plane? Because at this point, it's kind of a random chance. They're kind of going by name. And we're like, fuck, like, our last name is at the end of the alphabet, last name's like with a T. So, like, bro, we're not getting, like, fuck, dude. So what happens is on our ticket, we get all these weirdo tickets back and forth. On our ticket, we're group like E we're group F, which is the last group to be getting on the plane. So, excuse me. I'm like, bro, they called D. I'm like, Nate, let's get in line. Fuck it. I was like, because let's just act like we didn't understand or something. If we get it, because I am legit confused. And I was like, if this was me, this is what I would do. And he's like, yeah, but because he knows all the official stuff. I was like, nah, this is where me being kind of absent-minded about this comes in handy because you can kind of play the like, oh shit, my bad. Oh, it's just me and my son going to, and they're like, shit, okay, you guys get precedence. When you got a kid, they're like, all right, go ahead. Most people thought we were friends or something the whole time because he's big and he's fucking responsible as fuck and like, speaks clearly, so people don't assume he's a teenager. So we make it on the plane barely, dude, and we fucking get on that shit. We fly there. Holy fuck, dude. So what happens is because this medical emergency thing and this whole mix up, half the people didn't make it to the terminal. Half the people probably didn't even know to go there. Then you got these other half the people. Well, that's a lot of halves, but you got the other half of the people who come and they're just like, I need to be on the plane, this and that. So it's a fucking clusterfuck, dude. So what happens is because some of the people who were supposed to be on it didn't show up, because some of the people who were there left, and then now you got all these, like I was explaining earlier, all these people from different angles coming to be there. And so what happened was they start having, there's like a bunch of random seats missing, or like empty, I should say. They're like, it's a packed plane, it's a packed plane. So they go back to calling people individually by name over the intercom at the airport, and they're like, hey, if you're here, so because they're calling each person, they have to give them like 5 or 10 minutes, respectfully, to get from wherever they're at to the terminal. Because where they left us all was all on the other side. So so we wait, and this causes like an extra like hour and a half, 2 hours, maybe 2.5 hours of us just sitting on the airplane, just waiting for them to call people and for them to have their time to come. So we're just sitting and sitting and waiting and waiting and waiting. And holy shit, dude. I'm like I started to have to go pee before the plane even drove down the runway. I'm like, oh, this is bad. And I'm notorious for having to pee all the time and at like the worst times. So I'm just like, okay, make it, make it, make it, make it. I only had to get up when you weren't allowed to get up to go pee once during all these flights we had to take, which I'm pretty proud of myself. Um, so so first thing, so we make it to Alaska. So for whatever reason, their car rental terminal, when you get to the Alaska Fairbanks Airport, for one, Fairbanks Airport's tiny. Make sure you fucking eat and have food before you go there because you ain't about to get shit there. So, they got one coffee shop and one bar, and I can't drink alcohol and fly on planes. I just feel like shit, dude. I'm become like quadruply dehydrated, so I don't fuck with it. Dehydrated. Um, so so what because so oh yeah, so they have the hours of like midnight to like 1:45 or 1:30, or no, it's like, so it's basically they're open from like normal store hours, and then again from like 8 p.m. to like 10 or something, then again from like 11 something or whatever until like 1:30. It was like very weird schedule hours. So basically the last opportunity to get there is 1:30 to be able to get the rental car. So our flight doesn't come in until 3 a.m. And I'm like, fuck. So we have a hotel, but we're not allowed to check into it until later that day. Keep in mind it's 3 a.m., so we can't check in till like 4 p.m. that same day. So what we were counting on was getting there at like 1, getting the rental car before 1:30, driving around or sleeping in the car from 1:30 till like 6 or 7 a.m. or whatever time we wake up. And then, go eat, fuck around, drive around, and then check into our hotel at like 4. So they cancel us, and we're like, or so we get there late. The car rental thing's not open. I'm like, fuck, dude. So I'm like, well, we're gonna have to fucking sleep here. So we sleep on the airport floor until the morning time. Sleep, like if you can call that sleep. um, and as I'm laying on the airport chair, like the bench at Fairbanks, it literally collapses and falls apart. Half the chair broke. Clink! I'm like, ah, ah, like freaked out. I freaked out some other dude who was sleeping, waiting for his flight, and it was just, I don't know, Nate was just cracking. I was like, bro, like they're trying to kill you, dude. Like, damn. So, so we wake up, go downstairs. It's time. I get some coffee. I get Nate a drink. I got him a spiced apple cider, which is fire. Um, we kind of take our time, brush our teeth, whatever, go downstairs. Oh no, I think we didn't brush our teeth. I think we consciously were like, no, fuck that, dude. Let's just wait till we get where we go. And then, um, and the sink was pretty kind of gross. I wasn't trying to do that. But anyway, So go down and I'm fucking like, all right, yes, let's get this damn rental truck. And it's cool because it's a truck, you know, 4-wheel drive fucking truck. It's badass. Um, get there and on the website and the phone call I had and everything I'm going over, I know that there's oftentimes a discrepancy in rental car places to where you're not allowed to use a debit card. It has to be a credit card. And I'm not even talking just the deposit. I'm talking about like actually paying for the whole thing. So, what I also know about rental cars is that if you have a plane ticket, they'll let you use your debit card to rent the car. I don't know why they do this. I think it has to do something with like with like security or something, and them being able to track you down or something because of your flight and all of that, right? So so I'm like made sure I was like, all right, cool, let's do that. I don't keep high credits on credit cards or high limits or whatever. Like I just got small ones. I just use them here and there, whatever. And I get down there, and the lady's like, no, it has to be credit card. And I'm like, what? Like, nah, like you guys said this and that. I pulled up all these things. She's like, oh no, we're privately owned and through the booking agency and this and that. There's this and that. I was like, well, I mean, I wanted to be like, motherfucker, but instead I was just like, I'm asking every question possible. I'm like, so what about like this and this? So what about like this and this? So what about like this and this? And like, trying to find different ways to like make it happen. And she's just noping me at every fucking corner. I'm like, this fucking sucks, dude. Like, what the hell? So we can't get the car. And I'm just like, motherfucker. So I call my credit card company. I'm like, look, if I make this, like, can I, extend my thing? If I make payments to do this? Now I'm trying to find every option possible. And it wasn't going to happen because whatever I needed to do, it was going to take several days for it to happen. And I'm like, I don't have several days. Like, that's all we have here. So I'm like, I need this fucking car, dude. So what I ended up doing was just using my credit card anyways. And I just rented the car for a day less. And it actually happened to work out in our favor because we went on a hot springs tour. And that tour, we were gone all day where they drove for us. And then all of our commutes that we had to do was only from when we got back to get from food to uh to get from food back to the hotel, and the hotel would give us a ride from the hotel to the airport. So that was basically all we had to do. So I'm like, all right, we can do this. And keep in mind, there's no Uber or whatever. They have Uber and Lyft, but nobody works for it. Like there was one time I tried to catch a ride, and I closed the app because I wasn't ready yet, and I reopened it to catch a ride, and there was just like no cars available. I'm like, what the fuck? I clicked the thing, and it says, all right, like finding your ride, waiting, waiting, waiting. I'm just like, yo, it's not connecting. Like, no matter what, fuck. So I canceled it. And so it's just really fucking crazy. So I happened to work out to where we were able to do that. We were able to finesse a ride from the hotel to the airport, even after we checked out. We happened to get dropped off by the tour bus lady at the place we wanted to eat. So it saved us a couple miles, saved us an hour. Oh, dude, it was crazy. Everything worked out. So, um, I realized my brain just went like 4 directions right now. That's what you just heard. um, yeah. Oh, dude, I gotta take a piss. So we're gonna take a quick break real quick, and again, we're keeping it commercial free, G. So we're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back. What up, everybody? What's good? We bike. So, man. So I want to say this. Man, where do I want to go with this first? So, okay, let's kind of slow down a little here. Well, no, no, okay. Anyway, um, sorry. Okay, so the whole rental car fiasco happens. I get the damn car. Okay, let's start from there. I get the car. They give us a freaking Toyota Tundra. It's like a new one. It's badass, dude. That's a badass truck, dude. A new Tundra is a badass truck. It handles pretty well. It fucking It's got some motherfucking nuts. That thing gets up and goes, dude. I can see why I should probably never own a V8 car or truck or whatever because I will have to buy new tires like once a month. On some real shit. Every opportunity, that's why I have to drive slower cars for my like daily drivers because I'm full throttle everywhere. And if I got a fucking V8 or something like really actually powerful, dude. I mean, especially because we're out in Alaska and there's like little dirt patches and things everywhere, and or just little puddles. Every opportunity, that thing had the auto shift things, or you could drive it automatic, but also had the auto sequential shifters. So, dude, you could just put that thing in like first, second gear and let her eat. Let her eat, brother. Oh, it drives me. I so don't like that phrase when when people are watching races or somebody doing burnouts. They're like, "Let her eat, let her eat." It's so redneck to say that. Like, I get it and I get the hype, and I've been in that moment. And it's just so funny. But anyway, that was me, dude. Just dude, everywhere. Like people were sort of like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? I was drifting everywhere. I was doing burnouts everywhere. I was whipping donuts everywhere. Oh, whipping the old shitties, eh? So, um, so we got that truck. That, like I said, it was a bad motherfucking truck. I mean, yeah, like, yeah, you can, there's faster and more powerful cars and whatever. But that thing, it was pretty badass for a stock car, stock truck. So we have that. We fucking do so much off-roading. We go explore all sorts of woods, rivers, fucking. We're looking for moose and bears the whole time. We visited the Alaskan pipeline. That's where all of our oil comes from. It was pretty fucking amazing, dude. Like, I was pretty shocked about how like clean and well done and well structured. Like, it's so simple and so well thought out. Like how they built this thing, it's like a modern miracle, dude. It's an absolute work of art. Like how they put this pipeline through the whole thing is crazy, dude. Like I don't know the details on if anybody's land got screwed or anybody's water got fucked or what. I don't know. But just from what I saw, it's pretty fucking impressive. And yeah, it's pretty dope, dude. We saw that. We did a bunch of hiking. Me and my son specifically bought some boots so he can fucking walk through mud and all that. Like if you live out there, you have to have shoes like that. Otherwise, your socks are gonna be wet, just like walking from the car to your house. Like that's crazy. So we bought some cool redneck clothes and whatnot. Um, we went to the college, and apparently the college in Fairbanks, Alaska, is its own city. Like it's literally its own city. Um, like I'm not saying that figuratively. Like it's the college is its own city, and it's one of the biggest colleges. I forget. My son can tell me exactly, but it's crazy, right? It's huge. They have hiking trails throughout the fucking college. There's ski trails throughout the college. It was pretty damn amazing, man. They got a cool music thing. We went on a tour. Well, we went on our own tour. We talked to some people there. We got some free stickers and masks and this and that. Excuse me. Um, it was pretty impressive. And it was so cool to see my son so stoked and see him get to just fangirl out over something he's dreamed of for so long. Um, the one bummer part is we didn't get to go to the Arctic Circle, which was his main thing he wanted to do. And everything we read, we thought we were gonna be able to do it, getting a four-wheel drive truck, the whole thing. But it turns out that it's like way more serious than that, and you need a truck with a CB radio and this and that, and you're basically fucked by the rental companies if you go there because they know you went there. Um, and you can get fined like a motherfucker, and it's dangerous as fuck. So I'm like, all right, bro. Next time, now we know. We'll just dedicate our time and money to doing that because it's best to do it over a several day trip or to go to the Arctic Circle and drive the James Dalton Highway all the way down to the end to Barrow, Alaska. I guess it's the farthest point. I don't know. I forget. My son says this all the time. I should know it by how much he talks about it. I just forget at the moment. But um, yeah, so it's crazy. So we get there, and I didn't know the North Pole was in Alaska. Like, it's actually a city in Alaska, the North Pole. Like, so we went to the North Pole. We took our shirts off, took pictures at the North Pole. That was pretty cool. We drove, we literally drove to the North Pole to go eat breakfast at some place, and it was closed. I guess they're having a hard time staffing workers and stuff out in Alaska right now too. It's crazy. Almost every place is like, sorry, we're short staffed. Things are gonna take a little longer. So we went hiking. Uh, what's really cool is like we went through like when you drive just like 4 minutes out of town, um, you can find just the absolute densest tree population you can even fucking imagine, dude. Like if you step two steps into the trees, you can't hear your friend can't hear you yelling right outside of it, and vice versa. Like it's so dense, it's crazy, dude. I cannot even imagine being like lost out there or some shit like that. It's just insane, dude. Like absolutely insane. Um, we went hiking through some of these trees and it's like we followed the pipeline for a while. We went on some fucking literally hiked up a river. Like this thing was flowing and we are literally just walking up it. Like this is just phenomenal, dude. The trees and the land and there's lakes like every there's I think my son was telling me something like there's enough lakes to give each person like 5 lakes in the state or like the lakes compared to people like there's more lakes than there are people um and that's for reals like they're everywhere dude like you drive down once you get out to the cuts and you like not even then like when you drive off the airport like lake there's lakes everywhere dude I've never seen anything like it um and then also shout out to Pioneer Park and all the folks there you guys are fucking dope um it was that place was cool. Um, and also shout out to fuck, I wish I would have looked at it. I want to say it's called Alaskan Tours. Shout out to Muriel. Yes, Muriel. She's such a sweet old tour guide woman. She was pretty dope. She had crazy stories. I feel bad because I was like too tired to like interact and stuff. I was just fucking zoned out. Um, Shout out to her. And I did take the ghettoest taxi ride ever. After I'm kind of like bouncing around, but salmon in Alaska is absolutely next level, dude. Like how thick the slabs are, how I don't even know how to describe. I know, like juicy and soft. I don't even know how to describe it. Like just how thick and clean it was. Like the set like the cuts of salmon. Normally when you get a cut of salmon here, like a fillet, it's like I don't know, maybe an inch, inch and a half. Like these fucking cuts were like 2.5, 3 inches tall. Like they were just fuck, dude, crazy. Um, and it was all wood fire grilled. It was incredible, dude. Um, so yeah, Pioneer Park's cool. They have old houses and this old village and all this shit there that uh is like super crazy history. It's pretty cool. We went there and my son chopped up some game with one of the folks there about making music and performing and all sorts of stuff. It was pretty tight. Um, we walked around, did all sorts of exploring, drove fucking hundreds and hundreds of miles. Um, so the part that cracked me up the most, so we went on a tour, and this is where I'm shouting out to Muriel because that she drove the tour bus and we picked up all these people from who were also tourists, right? She she has us introduce ourselves and all this and she's like, we're gonna be together all day. Like, it's a good thing, you know. It's wise that we at least like introduce ourselves a little bit, you know. So in the front, there's some woman. I forget. Oh, she's from like Arizona. She's really quiet the whole time, and you know, whatever. She's doing her thing. She was very excited about like the history and technical stuff, and then there was this dude and his pops from like the guy was older than me. The dude was probably in his 40s or 50s, and his dad was probably like in his 70s or something. And they were on the tour bus. They're from like Atlanta, and the guy's like a business yuppie who's super like adventurous at the same time, and like gotta have things on time his way type of dude. And then there's me and my son. Then behind us, these people nearly killed me. And I don't mean like by anything dangerous or anything. I more so mean by their accent and where they were from. So keep in mind, if you're not from Southern California, like if you're from anywhere like north of like hmm, anywhere like north of San Francisco, and you just drew a straight line across the map, to me, what you sound like is, oh yeah, don't you know, gonna go on down out back, going out to Chattanooga, gonna catch a few pike down at the old, don't you know, come back down the old Poconoke and come round back, you know, oh, it'll be a great time, gonna, you know, gonna go out back and catch a couple wild running salmon off the old Moose River there, eh, don't you know? So, I mix all of it together. Now, that's I can't, dude. Once I go to places where people even say, "Oh yeah," or like, "Don't you know?" Like, I cannot stop, and I do, as you just heard, a very terribly like exaggerated version of how they talk. So to me, I know nothing about fucking geometry. I really mean geography. But so when somebody says, "Oh yeah, from Chattanooga," like I don't know where the fuck that's from. I don't know if that's from the north or south or east or I don't fucking know, dude. So the only time I learn things like this is when somebody says like responds back in a joke. So I would always be like, "Oh yeah, you know, I'm from Chattanooga, don't you know?" And my son's like, "Oh, Chattanooga, Tennessee, don't you know?" And I'm like, "Tennessee?" I was like, "Wait, Chattanooga's in Tennessee?" He's like, "Yeah, you didn't know that?" I'm like, "Nah, dude." Like to me, it's just funny to fucking say. So that's something I say all the time. Like, oh yeah, don't you know I'm from Chattanooga? Don't you know out back of the old Poconoke? So, so I'm fucking. I can't stop talking like this the whole time in Alaska. Like I'm thinking like this. I'm texting my son like this. Like every. I can't stop. Last time I was in Wisconsin with my brother, same thing. Oh yeah, don't you know? Like we could not stop, and it's like very exaggerated. So we're driving to the freaking hot spring. So we're driving to hot springs. So we're going to the Chena River or to the Chena hot springs. I've been smoking Chena. Um, we're going to the shout out to the homie Chena. We got a homie Cheetah. We call him Chena. So I was cracking up just at the name, the Chena River. So we're going to the Chena or Chena hot springs, I should say, and um the people behind us. So I'm describing all the people in the bus already. So behind us is four people, and they're the last of the people in the group. And guess where the fuck they're from? Oh yeah, we're from Chattanooga, Tennessee. Don't you know? Now, okay, I'm not actually stupid. Like I know that Chattanooga, Tennessee is not the Midwest or on the north side of the map. Like I know that's the South. Like, okay, I get it. I can now let me tell you, I cannot hear people who talk like that any other way than oh yeah, don't you know? Like how? Like I don't I it's so hard. So oh, I so badly wanted to ask these people, but the conversation shifted way too fast. I wanted to ask them like, what do I sound like to you guys? Do I sound like, oh yeah, dude, you know, like it's like totally radical, like, That's what I would expect somebody to make fun of me sounding like. Like if they were just to hear only, if they were to only just take exaggerated pieces of my Californianness and just, like exaggerate them, then yeah, fuck, man, like it's gonna sound funny. So I want to hear somebody who's from the South or the Midwest or somewhere do an impression of me or of people from, like I want to know what I sound like, because if you sound like, oh yeah, like we're gonna go back and we're gonna lift the truck, we're gonna go find the Chevy and come down and probably catch a few salmon or two, like if you talk like that, I hear, oh yeah, don't you know I'm from the Chattanooga River, old back out of the old Poconoke, gonna come on down to, like that's what gonna drink some Mountain Dew, like that. That's what I hear, and I'm being completely honest. That's what I hear. If you even go, oh yeah, once I hear, oh yeah, don't you know, like, oh back. That's what I hear. Oh shit. So we get the Chattanooga guys in the back of the truck, and oh dude, I didn't know what to fucking do. I almost lost my shit. Um, no, but me and my son were sitting there just giggling, like texting each other and stuff. It was pretty funny. Um, and yeah, that was pretty interesting. So that was kind of my karma in a sense. It's like I'm constantly hearing accents all wrong and exaggerated. It's no, not all. It's accents that occur in the United States, like United States accents crack me the fuck up. Like if you speak another language and you have if you're fucking Chinese and you speak English and you learned a whole new language and you have a slight like, oh yes, hello. Like if you talk like that, that's not funny to me. Like I mean, it is a little bit, but like typically I don't hear it as funny. Like I just hear what you're talking about. Like I'm not like when I hear people like, oh yeah, don't you know, go walk back to the old, like then the turns on and I'm like, so it's like, dude, like United States of American accents are so funny. Like I have one too. Talking like a Californian is definitely a United States accent, and it's hilarious. So the closest thing I ever heard was Saturday Night Live like start impersonating like, oh yeah, dude, like, oh, they didn't do it right though. So that's why I was kind of like, like you could have done better, man. Um, but people from the South, hilarious. People from the East Coast, people from Boston. I can't go to Boston because I feel like I will just go there and get my ass kicked. If I hear one person like, oh yeah, those beans or however the fuck, don't give me that. Do not load my brain with that accent because it's gonna be enough for me to go get my ass kicked. So I don't need to like perfect the Boston accent. Gonna go get the car down in my khakis, wearing my khakis. I don't. I've met one person from there, and that set me off for like 4 years after when I used to work at Sears. So please don't load me with that. Anybody like, if you're gonna hire security for me, please. And yeah, and it's like we all have these funny ass accents in the United States, dude. Like it's so weird. Like if you think about what a real United States accent would be, it would just be like speaking in like Native American languages or like speaking not Spanish, but like speaking Native American languages. That's a trip. Um, and we don't even know what that is or sounds like anymore. It's kind of sad. Um, so that's one thing that was really cool about Alaska too is like a lot of the native stuff lives and a lot of traditions still live. Reindeer sausage is a big thing up there. We had some of that. It was not that bomb. Sorry guys. uh, the best food out there was the salmon. We had Alaskan snow crab. That was pretty fire. I didn't know I liked crab. I actually claimed to not like crab the whole time. Um, Cause eating Brad blood, like, I wasn't a fan. Uh, we ate that shit because we're like, dude, this is where it comes from. This is what the food is like. Let's fucking try it. So we ordered a big ass bucket of crab. It was fire. My whole jacket smelled so bad because it was just cracking like the crab like water all over my jacket. Oh, it smelled so bad. But it was so good. And the salmon, if you go to Alaska, any part of Alaska, eat salmon. Like the fish, it's next level, dude. It does not make any fucking sense. So, yeah, dude. And lastly, with like something really wholesome to kind of close the show out, and a big realization for myself was that I realized sometimes I would get annoyed or frustrated when my oldest son would like tell me things and then like give a certain type of attention. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like he's giving me attention and I'm getting annoyed and he's just being so kind and sweet. And I'm like, something's really off about me. Like, what is it? And I realized like I was kind of an asshole to him at one point on the airplane when we were flying up. And I was telling, because he got his stuff and he was in front of me in line. I was like, go. Because he was kind of, it was like holding up the line. And for him, he's just trying to wait for me. He's like, I'm not going anywhere without you, bro. Like, we're together. And I got annoyed. And then by the time I got my stuff, I just kind of like walked by him and didn't acknowledge him as he was just waiting for me. And I just kind of blew by him and I was just like, and then as soon as I got out, I was like, why the fuck did I do that? Like, I'm such an asshole. And I came from like, well, you gotta go. You're holding up the line. And I didn't, and his perspective is like, bro, we're in fucking Alaska in a whole nother state. Like, you're my dad. We're rolling together, bro. And I'm like, damn, like he's just so down and shows so much love. Like, so what I realized was that, like, holy shit. And I apologize to him. And again, Nate, I'm sorry. I apologize for that, man. Like, I know I do this sometimes and I don't mean to. And I'm like, sometimes I'm an asshole out of nowhere. And I know that that happens and kids view their parents doing that and it's hard to understand. So I'm doing my best to understand and break it down and explain to you. So what I came to and the conclusion that I came to was that a lot of times when kids are showing us attention or affection or anything, and most specifically when Nate shows me attention and open ears and an open mind and and just being open, is that nobody has ever showed me so much love and attention before. Nobody's ever shown me such attentiveness. Nobody's shown me such care before. Nobody's ever listened to me with such attentiveness, and it's such attention and such alertness. Like, I've never had anybody like look at me like, damn, like I really respect you. Like, we're in this together. Like, I've never experienced that. So when he looks at me with so much love and attention and affection and openness and like, oh, like, what do you have to say? Like, what you say matters. And it's like, I don't know how to handle that. I've never been shown that. I like, teachers would ignore me. It's like my parents often didn't understand me, or I didn't understand myself, or they had to let me figure it out, or whatever it was, right? No, but what I realized is like I'm even with ex-girlfriends and stuff, I've experienced moments, but not an overall, truly to their core, where they listen and are like, I'm really down for you and I really got your back and I'm really with the shit and I really am interested and I really care about how you feel and what you're saying and how you're doing. So Nate, thank you. Thank you so much, man. Like, I just appreciate your attention and your attentiveness and your love and your energy and how much you are just down and to do what you love and to go the distance to make life dope and to make life amazing and to make sure that the people around you's lives are amazing. You care so much about people and you make sure everybody's always good. And I appreciate that. And I always want to remind you to make sure that you are good first, because that way you can continue to being that for everybody else. You know how good it feels to help people. You know how good it feels to listen to people. You know how good it feels to have compassion for people. You know how good it feels to, just sit and breathe through being offended and all of that, and how to simplify things to understand and to be able to comprehend things in a deeper level with simplicity. So, Nate, I'm so proud of you. I'm sorry we didn't get to go to the Arctic Circle. And I know that you appreciated the trip and had a blast and made the most of it. And I appreciate that you are so appreciative of what we do. It made me so happy to be able to see you walk around Alaska, walk around the college, spend money that you earned, um, and buy your friends gifts, buy your mom, your brother things. And, it's like really creating a dope future that a lot of us can't even see or understand or comprehend yet. And I want you to know that I see it in a way that's even bigger than you may even see it. So let's always work together and let's always be the best we can be to be the best father and son team. And let's keep creating dope memories. Like we had about like 3 whole actual like days there, and holy fuck did we make the most of those days, dude. Like we both look back and we couldn't even believe how much we done, how much we got accomplished, how many things we saw, how many people we met, how many experiences we had. It was just phenomenal, man. I've never experienced anything like that. I'm man, I highly encourage everybody, if you're a parent, do things with your kids. Take your kids on trips. Take trips with one kid at a time. Take them to where they want to go. Facilitate a safe space for them to be able to express where they want to go or to even think that they should go anywhere. Growing up, I never knew that I should go places. Even if my parents couldn't afford to take me places, I wish that people would have at least told me to think about going places and they did in their own way, but like not specifically and directly, like, dude, travel experience. And I do my best to give that to my kids, even if I don't have money like that, even if it's going to require a lot of extra work I don't want to do or whatever. It doesn't matter because it's worth it. To give my kids these experiences is everything, man. I just want to breed grateful, appreciative, contributive, compassionate kids to this world. That's why I want kids. That's why I have kids, is because I'm here to create people that are going to help better our lives and move the world forwards. So, on that note, hope you guys have a beautiful day, beautiful evening, beautiful whatever you're doing and up to. Remember, say 3 things you're grateful for every morning and every night to help improve your life for the best. It doesn't matter on the money. We got to start with appreciation. So be thankful for what you've got. Have a beautiful day. Much love. I love you guys. Alaska, you're beautiful. Shout out to Fairbanks, Alaska. Thank you guys. Shout out to Seattle. Thank you guys. Shout out to San Diego. Fucking thank you guys, of course. On that note, Rooster Tail, take us out. Have a beautiful day, guys. Much love. Peace. Whoa, sorry guys, that was loud. I missed the button. Peace.